Hello, School 17 scholars and families. Here's a quick video for you to describe what Zearn is for mathematics and how each part will help your child. So first off, Zearn is an app that you can find on Rock Connect. There's a separate video of how to get to that, but essentially click on the icon. It looks very similar to this Z, and these different parts of Zearn will pop up. One part of Zearn is this number gym. So the number gym is really just a spot where kids are asked to break apart numbers, put them back together, do different activities. Depending on the grade level, the activities will look different, but the skill is the same, really manipulating numbers and getting a great sense of numbers that will help with solving different mathematical issues. A second component that is part of Zearn in each lesson is some sort of sprint or blast. So essentially, this is a race of mathematical activities that will improve fluency. So sometimes it may just be adding single-digit numbers quickly. As you get to a higher level, it may be multiplying fractions quickly using the pattern that's been learned. But again, the ultimate goal is to be able to solve these without writing them down, and really for you as a student or for your child to beat their own best score. So it's not about beating other people, but doing your very best. The big part of Zearn in each lesson is a math chat, a Z-Squad, a learning lab, or a story time. They all seem to have things with like green backgrounds. This is the lesson or the meat and potatoes of the meal, if you will. So make sure that while this is playing, you're paying extra close attention. Also during this time, there's often guided practice. Sometimes there's a workbook page provided, and even if there's not, you can very easily write it down on your at-home whiteboard and practice at home. You have paper and pencil, crayons or markers, that works too. But again, this is really telling you what your goal is to learn from that lesson and what you're going to be asked to apply later. The very last part of a lesson to know you are coming to the end is a tower of power. So this sounds kind of intimidating, and it's kind of like the little quiz for the lesson, but it's really just your independent practice so that your teacher and other School 17 staff members know that you know what the content of the lesson is. So if the lesson was all about telling time, then your tower of power is going to be about time. If your lesson was about dividing multi-digit numbers, then that's what your tower of power will be. There's so many questions in a tower of power, at least 4, and as you get them correct, you will go up the tower. If for some reason you make a mistake or you weren't quite correct, but you were almost there, you'll see this yellow message to get a boost. So that boost will give you some feedback and tell you something to help you improve the next one. If you get too many boosts, though, it will probably boot you back to the beginning of the tower, or it may even bring you back to the previous learning lab or math chat so that you can revisit the lesson and make sure you understand the content. Again, so the tower of power is the last thing. When you have fulfilled that, you have finished that single lesson for your unit. In the end, if you ever need help, of course, you can reach out to your teacher. You can reach out to me, Mrs. Zacherl, or you can call the school office if we're still remote learning, and they can connect you with someone. But some tricks to go to are to check back your notes. So if you wrote on that whiteboard, to think carefully about what the boost is telling you. So likely you'll apply that to the next question. So go back to your math chat or learning lab, or always get a piece of paper or that whiteboard again and write down any things you think will help you get through that tower of power. Again, if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to your teacher through Google Classroom, email, whatever means is easiest for you. Again, thanks, School 17.